Hello guys, good morning. So it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if you can see snow around me. We're currently in Stockholm. And yeah, the temperature is minus 13 degrees. We woke up so early because we're going to see the motorhome, hopefully make a deal. Only problem is it's 300 kilometers away, so in this weather it's gonna take us probably 4 hours to reach it, so that's why we got an early start. Wish me luck, guys. Here we are, guys, in my brother's car. The road is quite frosty, but it is good that we have nails on the tires, so basically we should be good to go. As I said before, we have 3 hours in front of us, so it's gonna take a while, as you can see here. It's really cold. Quite a bit of traffic early this morning. Too many people going to work. It brings me back to the days I lived in Sweden and worked in construction. It was pretty much the same. Wake up every morning, go to work, and then when you come back, it's dark again. So guys, we're entering Stockholm now. Unfortunately, we're not gonna see much, as we're going to go under Stockholm mostly. It's mostly gonna be tunnels like this. Today with me, as always, my dad, and in the back of the car, hello, my wife. So hopefully we're gonna get it, guys, today. So guys, on our left side you can see Stockholm, and that's pretty much the best view we're going to have as we're now passing through the city, or around it basically, and heading towards the rural areas of Sweden. In my opinion, guys, if you haven't seen Stockholm, it's definitely worth visiting. I would like to compare it. I have now been to Venice, and I would like to compare it to Venice in the north. That's how I call it. It's a really beautiful city. There's a lot of things to see. So I can definitely recommend for anyone wanting to travel. Guys, we're now getting outside Stockholm and basically going to more rural areas. And even if the crown of Sweden, Stockholm, is one of the most beautiful cities in Sweden, I still believe that, for me at least, the beauty of Sweden lies in its forests and lakes. Sweden has almost 100,000 lakes, guys. So wherever you go, you're bound to run into a lake. And for me, that's the beauty of it. Forests, lakes, and the wildlife. Right now, in the background here, we should be able to see a lake. Or maybe not. I mean, behind the trees there, guys, you see? It's just stunning. Hello everyone, welcome to Family Rovers. So guys, if you haven't seen any of my previous videos, I'm actually starting a YouTube channel where me and my family are going to buy a motorhome, and we're going to travel Europe. If you want, you can check the older videos before you go to this one. Today, or last time, in the last video, I was talking about my trip to Sweden actually. So basically I have a brother here that lives in Sweden, and I did find a couple of motorhomes in Sweden. So instead of the initial plan to go to Italy and buy a motorhome, I ended up actually flying to Sweden with my wife and my father. We brought money, and we were ready to make a deal, basically to find a motorhome and buy it. And the plan was to drive back to my country, which is about 2,500 kilometers. So I arrived in Sweden on Wednesday. It was Wednesday evening, and we already called to check a motorhome that was nearby. The price was not good. The price of that motorhome was around 28,000 euros, which is definitely out of my budget, basically. It wasn't going to happen, but anyway, we wanted to check it out to see if we can maybe lower the price or basically get it cheaper if possible. So we went there, we checked the motorhome. The motorhome had a million little plastics that were broken outside and inside. So basically I could see like 50 different small things that were wrong with the motorhome. All in all, I mean, the motorhome was whole, and we would be able to travel and everything, but there was like tons of little things that usually get on my nerves that weren't good. So we didn't even make an offer. We basically said, no, it's not for us, we're not gonna make an offer, and we moved to the next one. So Wednesday went by, and then that day we called another company that sells motorhomes, and we actually booked a time for Thursday. They opened from 9 o'clock. The only problem was they were 300 kilometers from Stockholm, so it would take us 4 hours to get there. So what we did, I woke up extremely early, 5 o'clock in the morning. I made the 300 kilometers to that place. We checked the motorhome. The motorhome was okay. It wasn't wow. It wasn't something that's crazy good, but it was actually quite okay. I was actually ready to buy that motorhome. I had money with me in my pockets, basically, to make the deal. And the motorhome, we managed, I mean, again, it was around 28,000 euros, but we managed to get 1,500 off, basically. So it would be still around 26 or so, which is, again, really top stretching it, top of the budget money for that. But I was ready to make the deal. And we basically said, sure, I'll pull out my cash and I'll buy the motorhome. And you know, guys, most of the world today, I mean, goes by cash is the king. I mean, cash is, whoever gives you cash money is the best way to pay for something. I mean, everybody loves cash, right? Well, no, wrong. I didn't know if you knew, but Sweden is almost cashless today. So in 2023, Sweden is almost a cashless country. They plan by 2024 to become 100% cashless. Right now they're 98% cashless, which, I mean, I knew, I was living in Sweden before. I knew that they are not, that they like their cards and paying with the phone and swishing money over, and not use that much cash. But when I was here like 7 years ago or so, it wasn't that bad. I mean, you could still buy things with cash. It wasn't a big issue. But no, guys, the guy from the company told me, I mean, we haven't seen cash in a long time, so we are not able to make a deal. The only way to buy the motorhome is to actually make an account transfer. And then I realized that this is gonna be bad. I mean, it's not possible. The thing is, even if you have the cash in the hands and you're ready to make a deal, one thing is for sure, 100% of the companies that sell motorhomes, they're going to turn you down immediately. I mean, they're not handling in cash. You cannot pay anything in cash. And for all of you that plan to travel in Sweden, there are still ways to pay cash. I mean, there are supermarkets that will accept cash. There are places that will accept cash. But be prepared for many of the things you're going to want to buy here. You're not going to be able to use any cash at all. And yeah, that was a deal breaker for me, guys. So I basically thought the whole trip I made and all the money I spent to come to Sweden and try to buy a motorhome was a waste. I thought there's no way I'm going to buy a motorhome here, because there's no way for me to actually put the money in the account and transfer it. And that's also strange. I mean, it's not nice to not have rules for some situations. I mean, thing is, you can, as a foreigner, you have the right to come here in Sweden. It doesn't matter if you within EU, European Union, or if you're outside. You do have the right to come to Sweden, buy a vehicle, and then export it to your country. So there's nothing strange there. So if you have the right to do that, you should also have the right to go to a bank. If they're not accepting cash, it's totally fine with me. I mean, I also like cards, but then it would be great. You go to the bank, you give the money, and you say, I am buying this car, or I'm paying for this. So they just take in the money and they make the transfer, because I don't have a Swedish account. And I mean, and yeah, now many of you will ask, so why didn't you send the money through your account? Well, guys, that's even better. I mean, that has even more problems. So, and the biggest one is time. I mean, it is possible to actually make a transfer, a money transfer, from my country to Sweden, but then I would have to go through a lengthy process of doing the provenance of the money, which could take weeks. I mean, it could take many days. The bank could return with questions, and we could go through rounds and rounds of questions before they accept the transfer and the money goes to the seller of the vehicle. And I mean, I don't know if you understand what the issue is there, but I don't have a month. I need to work, so I only have a few days to make this happen. It's not like I could come here a month and then take it easy and go through the process of transferring the amount from my country. So I was actually ready to leave Sweden. I thought nothing is going to happen. It's not possible anymore. And then on, let me see, when was it? It was Friday. No, it was Thursday evening. Something crazy happened. I saw a new advertisement out for someone selling a motorhome, and the price was extremely good. I mean, it was 24,000 euros, and the motorhome, it's not exactly the one I wanted, which has the seven beds. It's the one with 6 beds and 6 places to travel, so it's a little bit smaller. But yeah, it popped up, and I said to my father, let's call immediately and see if they'll accept us to go and see it. And even if I made the effort to see it, I was aware that there's probably no chance in the world that they're going to accept money in cash. I mean, nobody's gonna do here. They don't know how to handle it. I mean, they can put the money in the bank, and I mean the selling of the motorhome is basically the provenance they need. So, but nobody will take the time and the hassle that's needed So I don't even know why I decided to try and go for it, you know. And then we sent a message. The guy sent us the phone. We called the guy. He's like, a lot of people are calling all over the place. I mean, and I believe him because the price is really good. And I said, can I come right now and see it? And it was in the evening. I mean, it was already night almost. And he's like, yeah. They have a saying here in Sweden. First to come, first to serve, or I don't know how it goes in English, but basically, whoever gets first there and gives money, the motorhome is his. And sure enough, we get in a car and immediately go to see the motorhome. It was still around an hour away from where we're staying in Stockholm, so it took us a while. It was pitch black when we got there. I couldn't see very well the motorhome itself, but from the actual, so it's a 2008 model. It's a Fiat-based motorhome. We checked a bit inside. It's in a really good shape. It was in a really good shape. And then came the question, the crazy question. I was like, do you accept cash for it? And the guy actually, he was a bit surprised. You know, it's strange here in Sweden when you want to pay cash, and especially for something that costs a lot. But he was like, cash is money too. I mean, it's the same. And I was like, finally someone that I mean, anywhere in the world, cash is the preferred way to do it. Cash is the king, but not here. But the guy was actually ready to allow me to pay in cash. And I don't know, I was really confused. I thought there was no way this was gonna happen, but it actually happened, guys. And here is the best news you're gonna hear on my channel. I mean, I'm crying a lot in the previous two videos, but not in this one. Even though for 3 days, the 3 days that I spent here in Sweden were the most stressful. I mean, last time that I was so stressed was probably during my first son's birth, and not even that much for my second son's birth, because I knew the process. But the first time I got my son is probably the last time I was so stressed about. I mean, about this. This is a big thing for me and my family. We plan to travel Europe. We plan to have a lot of fun. And finally being able to find something that's approachable, that the price is good, and be able to drive it home and register it is a dream come true, guys. So we are getting ready for a big journey, and I want you all to be part of this. So hopefully the channel will grow. Right now it's really small, but I hopefully it's gonna grow a lot. So guys, if you want to support, and not only guys, yeah, I say a lot guys, but it's basically you viewers that are looking at my videos. So sorry if you misunderstand the guys, but it's basically girls too. I mean, it's all of you viewers, so don't misunderstand me there. I love you all. Anybody that's watching my videos is a big support for me. Anyone that wants to subscribe is I don't know, he's the best in the world. So it would be really cool, guys, to subscribe to this channel. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I think you're gonna love. I mean, we're a family. We love to do outdoorsy things. We love the sea, so we're going to do some awesome stuff, show you awesome places, and take you with us on our adventures, basically. But yeah, enough with the chit chat, guys. The big thing is, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm actually sitting in my own motorhome. I'm actually here, guys. Let me show you. I mean, most of you probably recognized that this is a motorhome, but it actually is. It's actually my own motorhome. So I will just show you a peek. We'll go outside, just show you a little bit. It's still really dirty. It's still, I mean, it's still under snow, ice. We are in Sweden after all, guys. So it's still not as it should be. There are stuff that I need to fix. I mean, it's from 2008, so as expected, there is gonna be things that need to be fixed, but it's all within my limits, basically, that I set. So I'm gonna be able to do those things. I don't see a way that that's gonna be a problem. I'll probably be able to clean up everything nicely. But without further ado, guys, let's give you a really short tour. So right now I'm in what we call the living room. I don't know, it's where the back passengers are sitting. So I'll show you here. So this is where 4 of us are gonna sit. As you can see, we have 4 places to sit, and yeah, this is the table. As you can see, we have some fixes here that are not finished, but that's okay. We have a lot of storing space, and this up here is actually gonna be my bed, guys. And yeah, it's the first time I'm sleeping in a space that's so low, but I did try it actually the first night. Yeah, I didn't tell you about that. I have to tell you about that now before we continue. The first night when we bought the motorhome, actually here in Sweden, you can do the whole change of owner. And yeah, I obviously couldn't change the owner to me. If I wanted to do it as a total stranger from Sweden, I would have to I've registered the car. So the owner, the seller would have to deregister the car, and then I would have to get temporary plates, but those could take weeks. So instead, so if anybody wants to buy a home from Sweden and you don't have anybody here, it's gonna be a tough time. It will take a lot of time, guys, and patience. So be prepared for that if you think to do it. In my case, my brother is here, so we did the change of ownership to him, and that's done through the internet, which is really cool. So we didn't have to do nothing crazy. It took us like an hour maybe to finish everything. The change of ownership was done. But they have something here in Sweden where they basically shut the vehicle down. So they say, I'm not gonna use it, so I'm gonna shut it down. And in that case, they don't pay taxes, they don't pay insurance, but you're not able to drive the vehicle. If somebody catches you driving the vehicle, that's gonna be a bad thing, guys. Believe me here. So we changed the ownership, and now it's really late in the evening, and we actually had to now get insurance. And my brother was able to do it through the internet, which is also crazy that late in the evening you're able to do things through the internet. So that's some of the good things about Sweden. There's a lot of things you can do through the internet without even moving a finger. So that was great. We found insurance, but now, since the change of ownership happened so late, we are no longer able to get the car. You're doing that through the internet again, but the car is not visible yet. So we're not able to get the car back on the road. I'm not able to drive it. I would have to wait the next day. It was around 8 o'clock in the evening, and for it to be available on the internet, we will have to wait next day, 8 o'clock in the evening, which was crazy. And then what I did was I drove to parking nearby, and actually that was my first night spent in the motorhome with my wife. It was crazy. We didn't have anything to cover ourselves. The good thing is that there was gas in the motorhome, and as you can see, the motorhome has a heater. This is the one. So we were able to heat it up quite nicely, and even if the temperatures outside, you can see, guys, really snowy, we're quite freezing. We were actually able to spend the night and successfully, let's say, stay in the motorhome for the first time ever. And this is the first time ever I'm staying in a motorhome. I never did this before, and this is gonna be the exciting part of this journey. My family never did this before. Nobody. We're total noobs. We're total beginners. and it's gonna be crazy. But let's continue with a small and short and sweet tour. So I showed you the let's say the living room area, and then on the other side, as you can see here, it's the kitchenette, or however you want to call it. We have a gas stove with two whatever, I don't know how they're called right now. We have the sink, again storage, nice window out. So here I'm hoping to see waves. That's what I'm hoping to see, so hopefully we'll see that. Then on the back side, guys, here you have the toilet. I mean, right now is really not in the best shape, but as you can see, here is the toilet, and it will get better. I'll have to clean this in detail. And then on the back of the vehicle, on the right side, you have what we call a bunk bed. This one is up right now. I had to put winter tires on it because I was not able to drive it otherwise. So back here is the garage if you don't want to use the bed. And the mattress is actually missing from this one, so I'll have to find a new mattress. And right now is the garage, and I have all the summer tires. Hi guys, me again. Yeah, up here we have one bunk bed, and down there we'll have another one. Inside here there's also extremely good space for storing clothes and everything. Problem is, yep, broken. But anyways, I mean, those are some of the things I'm gonna fix. Here again, the blind and the mosquito net broken. We'll have to fix that one. And then we can move on the front of the vehicle. Here we have a little bit of storage. There is a solar panel, so I'm hoping I'm gonna be able to just add another one. We have all the controls and stuff. I have no idea what's doing what, but it doesn't matter. We'll learn together. I have a nice thermometer, so you can check now. And the outside temperature is not correct because it starts with 0, but now it's 18. Yes, here's my wife. We are filming yet. Give me 5 minutes, guys. Yeah, so everybody are now waiting for me. Yeah, my wife is outside. I'll show you outside quickly, guys, and I have to go. This is the front, really nice seats, and yeah, let me just show you the outside. Here's the entrance. It's really cold outside, and I don't have my jacket on, but quickly, let me show you. There it goes, guys. This is my motorhome. We'll do a quick round, really quickly. I have a bike rack, and it's only for 3 bikes. I will need to put another one because I need 4 bikes at least. And then this is the other side, and I did wash it a bit. It was even worse, but it still needs a detailed clean. Guys, they're waiting for me. I mean, my brother and his wife and my wife, we want to go and have some fun. Maybe I'll film some of it, but I have to go, so I'm signing off. See you next time.